Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arsenal Pulse. It's another exciting day to be an Arsenal fan because the transfer window is really beginning to heat up. In today's video, we are rounding up the latest Arsenal news, including the latest update on Vinícius Jr. Bruno Guimarães, is it up to? Is it about to be done? We also have Arsenal looking at Ivan Fresneda or Sporting. Then there is a reported move of John Stones, the latest. And also we look at Arsenal women's exciting new signing, María Isabel Rodríguez Álvarez, better known as Misa. So we'll also discuss what the Arsenal fans can expect this week as the club prepare for its first pre-season match against Girona on August 1st. So there's plenty to talk about this today. And first and foremost, we are going to look at Vinícius Jr. because this is the latest and the biggest story linking Real Madrid superstar to Arsenal. And also we know he has 1 year left on his contract, 12 months. So it looks like now Arsenal are exploring the offer to give to send the first offer to Vinícius Jr. And you also know Mikel Arteta is a big fan. Yeah. Now it is important to stress that nothing has been officially agreed, but whenever one of the best players is linked with Arsenal, this is going to dominate the headlines. There is a reason it's not linked with Manchester, Liverpool, Man City. That means maybe Arsenal have already contacted Vinícius Jr. camp. They are trying to turn his head. So if Arsenal could somehow complete a move of this magnitude, it will become one of the biggest signings in Premier League history. It will be like Haaland signing for Man City when Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. So these are the kind of names. Yeah. So Vinicius, we all know, he offers pace, dribbling, Champions League experience, and the ability to change games on his own. So whether it happens is yet to be seen, but there's also been an update that now Arsenal have prepared an initial bid which is believed to be around 150 million pounds, but this is just rumors. So also in terms of Real Madrid, they're not going to let go of Vinicius easily. So it looks like Real Madrid will hold further talks with Vinicius Junior's representative, the agents, and it's being reported that the agents of Vinicius are the same agents of Diamonde and also the same agents for Gabriel Martinelli. So they are hoping to find an agreement over a new long-term contract. So Real Madrid don't have the pressure to sell. Arsenal's interest is real, but there are fears that the player is using the media to get a better contract in Spain. Yeah, so also these players, they usually go to Fabrizio, they usually go to David Ornstein, they usually go to all those Ben Jacobs. If they want a move or if they want a better contract, they usually offer themselves to other clubs. So this might be the situation with Vinícius Jr., apparently who is demanding £450,000 a week from his normal 410. I hear 400,000 a week is on at Real Madrid. So he is demanding 450,000 pounds. He will be second only to Kylian Mbappe, who is on 500,000 pounds a week at Real Madrid. So that is the situation with Vinícius Jr. Will Arsenal be able to pay the wages? Yes, I am hopeful because we have seen Arsenal offer Aubameyang 350, Mesut Ozil was on 350, Bukayo Saka now is on 350, including bonuses. So Arsenal have the money to pay the wages. So it's just a matter of will Vinicius want to leave Madrid? As an Arsenal fan, I don't think he may be willing to leave Madrid because Madrid is the pinnacle. That is the top of the top. There's no going above Real Madrid. So, but the project at Arsenal might entice him. The wages maybe we offer him might also entice him to come and join. So that is what Arsenal are looking at. They're exploring the situation. If he is refusing to sign a new deal at Real Madrid might want to cash in. They don't want to let him go on a free transfer. So that is the reason why you are seeing this saga is continuing. But as for me, I will gladly take Vinícius Jr. even if it means selling Martinelli. I have no problem to offer space to Vinícius Jr. So next we are on Bruno Guimarães, and also this has been going on for now weeks, yeah, because the reports now are suggesting that Arsenal, who are interested in strengthening their midfield, Bruno remains a top target. So if Arsenal are able to complete this deal, it is going to be a very huge deal, not only for Arsenal but for the Premier League. So the reports are saying that Bruno Guimarães, there has been progress in the negotiations with Newcastle United. So this means that even if the first offer was rejected, 70 million pounds, there might be a possibility that now Newcastle are looking at another offer, or maybe they have counter offered and they are saying they need more than the 70 million pounds. So this is the latest update on Bruno Guimarães, who I'm believing by next week will be an Arsenal player and will be unveiled, because now it's just a matter of when, not if. Bruno Guimarães has already agreed personal terms, and of course he has been on holiday due to the World Cup. He has been given an extended break, and also the Newcastle coach Eddie Howe came out and said he is unsure whether Bruno Guimarães will stay. You know, if a coach is unsure, now that means it's up to the club to club. So Arsenal have made progress in this pursuit, and since Bruno Guimarães is the captain, that is the reason Newcastle are desperate to hold on to him, because they have already let go of Gordon. Tonali has gone. Tonali, Gordon has gone. Remember last season they sold Isak. They have been losing their best players for some time now. So losing Bruno Guimarães will be a very big blow to Newcastle. But if they're going to lose him, they don't want it to be cheap. So as we said in the last video, Guimarães already agreed personal terms with Mikel Arteta, enjoyed a very good World Cup. So it looks like Arsenal are pushing with this deal. It seems that 75 million pounds may be enough to pursue to convince Newcastle, yeah, because Tonali moved to Tottenham for 100 million while Gordon joined Barcelona in a 70 million deal. So Newcastle have the money, they don't have any pressure to sell, and also they have reinforced with the likes of Sean Steele and Aladji Banba. So retaining the skipper remains a clear preference. They want their captain to say, and you know how important he is to Newcastle. So as I said, Eddie Howe admitted he is unsure of Guimarães' future. And that is what is giving Arsenal fans hope that maybe it is now up to the two clubs to agree. This is out of the coach's hands, and Bruno Guimarães might be soon an Arsenal player. So we are following up on this, but I expect this deal will be done soon. I said 80 million pounds will be enough, but it looks like 75 million will be able to convince Newcastle, maybe 75 plus 5. There might be add-ons based on whether qualify for the Champions League. Maybe you win the Premier League. If you win back to back, yeah, like with Eze, we are going to pay Crystal Palace another 7 million for Eze because of winning the Premier League. Yeah, so that's it. Then moving on to another story, we have Ivan Fresneda. So there's another interesting rumor that Sporting Lisbon fullback Ivan Fresneda is on the radar of Arsenal. So Arteta has shown he values versatile defenders who are comfortable on the ball, and Fresneda certainly fits this profile. He's young, technically gifted, and has plenty of room to develop. If Arsenal want more depth in defense ahead of another demanding season, this could be a very smart signing. So as we all know, there have been several fitness issues regarding Julian Timber, who has had surgery a couple of times. You have Ben White, his knee had surgery as well a couple of times. So that right back area is another spot that Arsenal looking to strengthen. And that is why this Ivan Fresneda reports are coming out that Arsenal have opened talks with Sporting Lisbon over a potential move. So this is far from over. This is just looking at the possibility. They're exploring. So it is understood that Andrea Bata is leading the pursuit for the 21-year-old as the club continue to strengthen options at right back. And as I said, the current expectation is a deal could be completed for a fee of £30 million, although discussions are still ongoing. So this is another area Arsenal looking to strengthen because Julian Timber and Ben White constant fitness issues. And with William Saliba out at the start of the season, it looks like Ben White will be now the centre back option to fill in for William Saliba together with Mosquera, meaning that Julian Timber will be the only available right back who can play at right back. And remember last season, even Declan Rice played at right back because we did not have options. Both Timber and White were out. And there are times where we have played Mosquera as a right back. So this looks like Arsenal have seen this as a potential hole in the team weakness. So strengthening that right back position is very important. So even Fresneda is another signing that Arsenal are looking at. And for me, I would not mind another fullback who is a proper fullback, who can overlap, who can get in crosses, who can defend well. Somebody who is like Julian Timber. So Fresneda is understood to be open to joining Arsenal and has already had conversations with Mikel Arteta regarding the project and his role within the squad. So of course they have discussed minutes, how will he fit in the team, where will he play. Of course, Julian Timber, when fit, he will be the undisputed number one right back. So Fresneda, of course, will be asking about game time. So that will be the key talking point for both clubs. But this is a development that I'm also following up. Even Fresneda might be an Arsenal player sooner than later. Yeah, so moving on to the next one, there is a report that John Stones has now agreed terms with Inter Milan. So remember in the last video, as I said, Arsenal looking to cover for Saliba. We are looking at Ezri Konsa, John Stones, and also there was Dest of Sporting Lisbon. But it now looks like John Stones will be an Inter Milan player. The England international time at Manchester City has come to an end, and now he will move to the Serie A. It's another reminder that the Premier League rivals are reshaping their squads this summer. So John Stones, I wouldn't mind him as a backup at Arsenal, as I said, but now it looks like he does not want to join any of Manchester City's rivals. Yeah, because of course he will strengthen our defense. So it looks like Manchester City have said let him move away from any Premier League, or maybe the player himself does not want to play in the Premier League again. So this is a blow for Arsenal that John Stones has agreed terms with Inter Milan. But that gives us room now to explore Ezri Konsa and maybe another defender, because John Stones has signed a 2-year deal with Inter. Yeah, both Arsenal and Chelsea were looking at him, but now Chelsea decided to sign Crystal Palace's Maxence Lacroix. Arsenal are still looking at defender. I'm sure we are going to sign a defender. It's just a matter of who is the player. Once the Bruno Guimarães saga is over, Vinícius saga is over, I believe Arsenal will go and look for a defender to replace William Saliba. Yeah. Also, Bayern Munich had wanted him, but it looks like Inter Milan have won the race for John Stones. Yeah. So another interesting news: Arsenal women completed the signing of goalkeeper Misa for Arsenal women. So she is regarded as one of the top goalkeepers in the women's game and brings experience, leadership, and proven quality to the squad. This is another ambitious signing from Arsenal women as they continue to build a team capable of competing to the biggest honors domestically and in Europe. So congratulations to Misa, and I will wish her every success at Arsenal. So this is a new goalkeeper by Arsenal women.
Where did you grow
Misa.
up? La
Yeah.
familia.
So she looks like she is Portuguese or Brazilian. Yeah. So the experience, leadership, oh, she's Spanish. So she won the World Cup with Spain. So she is Spanish. And it looks like now Arsenal are strengthening the Arsenal women. It looks like they are going for the Arsenal Women's Premier League. Yeah. So both teams, as I said, are looking to compete at the highest level, both the women's and the men's team. So this is very interesting. Misa, we shall see how she performs in the Arsenal Women's Premier League. As I told you, Arsenal Women, one of the best teams in the women's football or in the women's game. So the signings that they are making showing a lot of ambition that they want to win the Champions League. Last season, Barcelona won the Champions League. The other season, Arsenal won the Champions League. Now it looks like this season, Arsenal want to go for the Champions League again, together with the Arsenal Women Premier League. So this is very exciting for her. Huge moment in her career, and it will be very interesting to see how she performs. So this is very, very exciting news. And as we all know, preseason almost here, another exciting start to the season, and we are going to face Girona on August 1st. Plenty of the Arsenal players are back, and these games are always exciting because we will see new signings, we shall see the young academy players, we shall see the tactical experiments from Mikel Arteta, we shall see the fitness levels of the squad. So as the new season is getting closer, the excitement is definitely building. Yeah. So preseason, of course, very, very interesting for all our fans. We want to see these young players, the likes of Dauman, Nwaneri, yeah, and you can see they are all performing at the highest level. So this they're already training in Girona, Spain. This will be the first game, followed by Real Betis, Borussia Dortmund, and Como of Cesc Fabregas. Before now, we face Manchester City in the Community Shield. So all the academy stars are there to represent the team. Yeah. Training is ongoing. So for me, preseason is very exciting. Fitness, everything will be on point for the Premier League champions. Yeah, players here will be fighting for their squad numbers. Yeah, to impress Mikel Arteta, and also teams will be looking at some of these players, teams that want to sign this kind of players. So it will be very interesting for us to see players who will leave, the ones who will stay. You can see there is Zolis already in action. Yeah, Christopher Zolis. So if you can add Vinícius Jr there, that left wing problem will now be over. There is the champion coach, Mikel Arteta, who I'm expecting also will sign a new contract with Arsenal to extend his stay as the Ghana's boss. Already 6 years in, so let's see how long will he stay. Will he stay longer than Wenger? We are here to find out. So Ghana's, over to you. Which transfer will you excite you the most? Vinícius, Bruno Guimarães, yeah. Which one are you looking forward to? And tell me if you will enjoy the preseason as much as me. So if you enjoyed today's Arsenal Transfer Roundup, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the Arsenal Pulse, turn on the notifications because we are covering every transfer, every preseason game, and everything Arsenal this summer. Until next time, come on, you Gunners. See you in the next one. Peace out.